everyone. So I feel like I haven't filmed a video in like 500 years, but it's really just because it takes me a really long time to build up enough photo cards because I'm really trying to scale back everything I collect right now. These cards have just been sitting here for ages and I'm finally getting to putting them away now. Also, videos aren't really frequent because I don't really film anything other than during PC videos, but I do want to do a album shelf / room tour next, so that might be my next video. But anyway, these are all the cards I currently have to put away today. It's like 80% girl groups. From this set of clear to the top is all girl groups, and then this little bit is boy groups. But I'm just gonna go ahead and start with all my mini binders first and then move on to the larger binders. So starting with this binder, I have 2 cards for the back. So the first one I have is this Saiyan Young Love card, which goes right here. This collection isn't really a priority, but I think this was a random trade I found. And then I also have Liz's ID from 11, which I've honestly been waiting for this card for like months. I'm not even kidding. I think I bought this card in May and it arrived to me like in August. So yeah, quite literally the worst seller of all time, but it finally arrived. So yeah, now I'm finally done with 11. And then that's currently it for this binder as of right now. I think I have some more cards later, but it's for a different group. So next group to put away is wjsn, and that is currently the largest stack of photo cards I have. So I finally made a mini collage for this binder after what feels like ages of never making a wjsn collage. So here's this, and then I've made some updates to this binder and added pages to collect the majority of Dawan and Yeonjung's cards. So for wjsn, I literally have this many cards, which is probably the most wjsn cards I'll ever have at once. Starting out for this page, I have Sola and Dawan's The Secret cards. For this collection, I'm really just collecting selective cards for the early eras, and then pretty much thoroughly for the later eras. So this is the first page, and then I also realized recently that these have been backwards the entire time. These are version 2 and these are version 3, so now this is fixed. So the way I've set this up is I want to only collect 2 of Sola and Enso's Would You Please cards, but all 3 of their Would You Stay cards. So these are the first 2, and then the third one is on this page. But for Dawan and Yeonjung, I want to collect all 3 of their Would You Please cards. So this is the first one, and then the second 2, but only 2 of their Would You Stay cards. So opposed to putting all 4 members on the same page and it wouldn't be even, this works out better for me. So that is how this is set up. And for these pages, I think I literally have 0 cards. So yeah. Okay, moving on. And then for the summer, I'm collecting 1 card per member, and I currently have Sola's. For As You Wish, literally greatest day of my whole life. I have all 3 of these cards. I just bought them on eBay because I was never gonna find these on Instagram. So for this page, I have all 3 of these. These 2 are probably my favorite 2 from their whole sets. So that page is complete. And then for this page, this is their 3rd card. And then to finish this page, I also randomly traded for this Dion card a long time ago. And obviously these are all the same concept and match. And then I also put this broadcast card here to complete this page. And then for Dawan and Yeonjung, I just plan to collect 2 of their 3 since I already had all of these pretty much. This will be both of their version 1 cards at the top. And this is As You Wish, completed for what I particularly wanted to collect. And then for Neverland, I'm still missing this card. It's one of the very few solo cards I still need. And then I set up Dawan and Yeonjung just separately from those 2 because I'm collecting like different color bags for each of them. So yeah, for Dawan, Neverland, I have both of these 2. And then for Yeonjung, I have these 2. These 2 cards are actually different versions, but I just only wanted to collect 4 of each of their 6, so I just combined these 2 on the same page. And then I have 1 card of each of them for the blue backs. This is my favorite card of Yeonjung's from her set, and then my favorite Dawan is probably this one. I just think these are such cute cards. Then for my Neverland units, I have Sola and Yeonjung. for this page, and then on the next page I have this Unso and Yeonjung. Then for Unnatural, I'm still missing this Unso, and then this Sola. For these two, I have both of Dawon's purple back, which I think this is actually version 2. Okay, so Dawon version 1, I have this one. Then for the purple backs, I have both of these and one Yeonjung. And then one of each of them for the blue back. For my unit page, I have the last two I wanted to collect for this page. So these two are both from version 2 and these are both from version 3. And then I kind of just collected the ones that I already had coming in sets. So they're kind of random, but Sola's units, Yeonjung, and one Dawon. Then I actually got some Unnatural Pobs that came with some sets I bought. So I have this Dawon Starship Square, which is quite possibly my favorite photo card of her of all time. This card is absolutely stunning. And then I also have this Yeonjung from K-Town, which I also love. Then I have a bunch of cards for Sequence. So for this page, these are the version 1 cards. I have a Dawon version 1, and then a Yeonjung version 1. Then for the next page, I have this Unso version 1, which is probably my favorite photo cards of hers of the whole era. Honestly, this photo card and this one, I think are my two favorite cards of this whole era, like out of all members. And then Dawon's other version 1. And I'm still missing these two. Then for version 2, I have this Sola, and then this page is complete. But I think I actually like this Dawon more here, so I'm gonna put this one here. And then for this page, I'm only missing the last Unso. So for this era, in terms of album cards, I'm missing 3, 1 Solo, 1 Yeonjung, and 1 Unso. And then for their jewel cases, I have Yeonjung. Still looking to buy this one. And then for units, I still have none of the orange unit, but I think I've claimed all of them in a go, so hopefully that goes through. And then for the pink units, I have the last 2 for this page. So I'm just collecting 2 units per member. So I have Unso and Yoram, and then Yeonjung and Yoram. So pink units complete. And then for Pobs, instead of getting the other 2 members Starship Square from the jewel case, I decided to collect these 2 lucky draws because these are some of my favorite lucky draws of Dawon and Yeonjung. So they're going to go down here. The 3 of them are like doing the same pose. That's actually it for this binder, except just remembered I have some tickets. So I got Dawon's and Yeonjung's, and I still need to get Unso's, but for now I'm just leaving Yoram there. And that is it for this binder. It used to have all of their non-album in it, but that was clearly way too much for this binder, so I have moved those into a different binder. And coming back to this binder, the rest of the cards I have are at the front where I put all their non-album. So I have 3 cards for this last page. So I have Dawon's 4th Woojeong photo card, and then also her ID that I just put on the back. And then I have Dawon and Yeonjung's 5th Woojeong cards. But these are probably going to move since I actually just bought the entire kit, which I'm really excited about because it also comes with the trading cards. So yeah, that is this page. These are just Woojeong cards and this random merch card, but I thought they all looked good on this page together, and that is everything I had for WJSN. Okay, so it is now the next day because I couldn't finish yesterday, but I have since painted my nails because I am actually leaving for WeI's concert literally tomorrow, and blue is their official color. So anyway, we're just going to continue on with my larger binder now. So the next giant chunk of cards I have to put away is 4 twice. So I'm going to do the pre-order cards first since they're faster and easier to put in. This whole stack right here is twice, but these ones are just pre-order cards. So I did buy all 4 versions of the album, but I'm only putting away the first, second, and third versions of pre-order cards because I didn't really like the last set, so that is what I'll be putting in now. And here is these. I think these sets just look so cohesive. That's really the only reason I didn't store away the last one. This card kind of bothers me, but this set is amazing, and this set is amazing. So now moving on to album cards. So for this era, since I don't really collect twice, I just kind of like buying their albums when I see them in Target. I'm collecting like 20 specific cards that I like the most because I bought a complete set of albums, so with that I would get 20 cards. And I kind of set these up in a certain way, so I'll have like 3 pages of album cards, and one of the pages would have the Target cards on it. So this first page is going to be to combined version 1 and 2, which were these cards. Also, I recently got these Titan Shield sleeves because they were way cheaper than buying more Dragon Shield sleeves, and I don't really like using Dragon Shields for collections that aren't, I was going to say important, but not so much they're not important, but they're just that aren't primary collections, you know? But I do not like these Titan Shield sleeves. They are so, I don't know, the cards just move around in the sleeve too much, and that bothers me. But anyway, so this page is going to be 9 cards from these 2 sets that look the same. I just chose my favorite 9 of the 18 cards that there were. And there is a bit of organization here. So I left them in age order within the 2 sets, so rather than doing like all of the stuffed animal cards first and then the normal selfies, I just put each member, if I had 2 of them, next to each other. So it's like 2 Nyans, 2 Sonnet, 2 Diane. Also, this middle row is all plain yellow backgrounds, and then there's clocks in these and the stuffed animal, and you kind of get the point. I think I pulled most of these. I pulled this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Unpopular opinion, I know her tiger card is like the most sought after card of this set, but I actually like this one more than the tiger card. And me and my friend Cheyenne did actually pull that one, but I really just wanted this one, so yes. Okay, that is that page. And then this page is for this version. I have 7 cards right now, and I still want to get 2 more cards to fill up this page. Okay, I think this is how I was going to set this up. So they're still in age order, and then coincidentally, all the phone cards are at the top. I'm collecting like this because there was a couple cards from the members I would typically collect that I just didn't really love. And me and my friend pulled a ton of cards that I really wanted to keep, so I figured since this is not really a real collection of mine, I would just collect the cards I really liked, and that would be really satisfying to me. So this is this page. Yeah, I just kept them in age order, and I do want to get 2 more cards for this page. And then lastly, I have some cards from the cryptography version, and then the Target cards. The only member I don't have any cards of is Jungyeon, because me and my friend bought 12 albums between us. She got 2 sets and I got 1 set. And of our 60 pulls, there was only 3 Jungyeon cards with no dupes, and she collects OT9, so clearly I was going to give those to her. She's the only member I don't currently have, but I want to get one of her cards from that version to on this page. Yeah, I am just really not a fan of these card sleeves. They are so, I don't know, just not as good as Dragon Shield, but I really didn't want to spend a lot for Dragon Shield, so I'm just going to use these, but I don't really like them. And this is this page. So I just put these in the diamond because I think it looks fine like that, and then I'm going to get 1 more card to go in the middle. And And then all these pages are 1 page per concept. I do have their message cards, but I didn't really want to put them on this page because they have sharp corners and these are all round corners. So for now, this is fine. And that is the backs. And yeah, that is everything I had for twice. Hopefully I'll get those last 3 cards eventually, and then all the pages will be complete 9 pocket pages. Okay, and coming back to this binder, staying with twice, the last cards I have to put away are for Nion's solo. So I just plan to put these in the very back where I have some pages in. I put a couple of these away last video, but I took them out since I bought another copy and have some more. So these are the 4 album cards I have. I'm still trying to trade this one, but coincidentally, in my 2 copies, I pulled 1 from every version, so that's fun. This card is still my absolute favorite from the whole 12 card set, so was so happy to pull this one. And then this one is my favorite one from the black version. Actually, I think this one goes here. And yeah, I'm really trying to trade this one for the card of her in the purple outfit, but I'm just gonna store it away for now. And then this is the one from the pop version. Truly so happy with these 3. And then I have 2 of the business cards. And that is everything I had for this binder and all of the girl group cards I had. Okay, so here we go again. Maybe 3rd tries the charm. So the last clip you just watched was literally filmed a month ago, and somehow between then and now these photo cards still never got put away. But between then and now, I now have like 3 times as many photo cards, so this video is just going to be super long. So in the time since the last clip, I have completely refilled this container, as well as have this entire stack of cards for 1 single person. So these cards need to get put away ASAP, so let's just get started. So I'm going to start with this mini binder since it is just right here. So in this container, these are the cards for this Stray Kids binder. So the first card I have to put away is a Felix card that my friend gave me when she downsized. And it's this one from No Easy, so I'm going to put it here to match the other one. Okay, and then all of the rest of the cards I have are for Maxident, which is going to go at the very back. So I'm again collecting, just like I did for this era where I'm collecting 4 members, all of Dance Racha and then Jonghyun. So this first page is going to be for the Polaroids, which I have 3 of the 4. I pretty much have 3 of the 4 for like every set and none of Hyunjin, but I have these other 3. I swear, this era quite possibly could not have gone worse buying at Target. Like, it was such a mess. I don't think Target has ever had a worse album rollout than this comeback, but oh my god, I prevailed through in the end after like 4 Target trips and so much nonsense at Target. Oh my god. But speaking of Target, these are the Target cards, and I need to trade for Hyunjin for both of these, but I'm really just lazy. And then for album cards, right now I'm just collecting 2 cards per member since like that's how many album cards I have based on how many copies I bought. So this first page is just going to be a mixture of the 2 outside concepts. Oh my god, this comeback was truly just so amazing though. Honestly, I do not know who I was as a person before the song 3 Racha and Taste. Literally 2 of my favorite Stray Kids songs that have ever been released. Also, Super Bored changed me as a person. Those 3 songs are in a row on the album, and I literally just loop those 3. Start at Super Bored, and then after Taste is done playing, back to Super Bored. It would just keep going in a circle. Also, I love the title track too. It is just so like, different for them. But that song cannot be played in the car. Oh my god, about the time the sirens start at the end, I'm like, people who drive do not need to be listening to this song in the car. Okay, then the last 3 cards I have are the heart cards, and I'm gonna put them out of age order just so they look better. These cards are just like those ateez pobs from Make Star, and I think these cards are so cute. Although, the card that's gonna go right here does not make a heart with Felix, so sigh. But yeah, need to get this Hyunjin and both of these Hyunjins. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I wanted to collect for this era. Literally, Taste and 3 Racha. I just cannot like those more. It's crazy. I have even more WJSN cards. First one I have is one of Yeonjung's Would You Stay cards. which was actually an album pull. So I think it goes right here. And then the majority of the rest is all for sequence, which I'm actually completing right now. So, okay. First, I have Sola's other version 1, which was very hard to find. This one I pulled, but this one was just so much more difficult. I don't even know why. Here's this card, and then last card for this page is Yeonjung. And then last solo member card is Unso. Now all of the album cards are done. Still missing this jewel case card. And then I finally have all of the rest of the orange units, which I previously had 0 of. And these are the 4 I wanted to collect, so 2 of each member. Well, technically 3 of Dawon, but Sola and Dawon, Sola and Dayoung, Dawon and Subin, and Dawon and Dayoung. And now I have all the units I wanted. Okay, and then also adding 2 pages for some pobs. And I have Dawon and Yeonjung's MMT cards. And then both of their Beat Road. I would like to collect my top 4's pobs, but the other 2 are honestly just too expensive, and these 2 are wildly cheaper than everyone else, so I am happy just collecting them in pairs. And then the last 2 cards are Dawon's with Mew set. I don't know which version this is, but there's been so many rounds. But these are those 2, and I'd like to get both of Yeonjung's eventually. But that is all of the album cards I had for them. I swear, finishing sequence has been such a long time coming. That took so long, but I managed to get those last cards for so cheap. And then the last 2 cards I have are for their non-album section. I now have my top 4's 5th Yujung fan kit photo cards. And since I just got the entire fan kit, I now have Sola and Unso to add. These 2 have my favorite cards from the set, and I truly think this is one of my favorite top 4 sets out of all the wjsn cards I have. Also, if I sound weird right now, it's because I have lost my voice. I just came back from a concert yesterday where I was screaming profusely, and now my voice sounds like this. I mean, you can still hear my voice, but it cannot go over this octave or this pitch. Like, I can only talk at this one single note. Anyway, next up I have this stack of cards for Cravity. Party Rock was title track of the Millennium. Cravity truly needed this so bad. This is their best title track ever, and I am so happy that they got a win again, finally, after like 2 years or something. So, okay, what am I doing? These cards go way back here. Okay, these cards for this air start here. I set this up so long ago, and also it's been so long since I filmed, that I at some point decided ages ago that I was going to collect Taeyoung now moving forward, because Taeyoung is actually my second bias now. So I decided to set this up for Taeyoung, and also I was just gonna collect him moving forward and kind of stop collecting Mini, because I don't know, it would just look better and it wouldn't really bother me to change members because it would just be from one point forward. But then all the photo cards for this era came out, and as I've been like watching stuff, I'm like, yeah, no, I definitely still want to collect Mini, so I'm actually gonna keep Mini in this binder and just put Taeyoung somewhere else, because yeah, after I saw Mini's cards this era, there was no way I was not gonna collect him. Like, this card right here is my favorite card of the whole era, possibly of every Mini card ever. Like, this card I needed so bad, and I actually pulled one of these cards in the Go me and Brianna held, and honestly, nobody understands this photo card the way I do. Like, absolutely nobody likes this card more than me. With all that said, it is going right here, and I am continuing to collect Mini, even though I was like fully intent on just like not collecting him anymore. But nope, yeah, jokes. Okay, then I also have Jungmo's version 2 card and Mini's version 2 card, and then for version 3 I have Serum, and so this Taeyoung card is just gonna go elsewhere. But this is currently what I have for this page. truly, I only needed this card for the whole era to be happy, and I have it, so like, yes, just joy, happiness. Okay, then in terms of Pobs, so this is like the first era ever for Cravity that they have the whole punch out photo cards where the left one is a concept card, like, or the right one is a concept card. They have never had that, but now I guess they are getting this like just all the other Starship groups, so that's very annoying. So I'm literally not even storing the right side. Like, I do not like concept cards, and yeah, I don't want it. So I'm only storing the left side that's a selfie. And then I have minis, like just truly version 1 mini, like these two cards. I just love the way his hair looks mixed with the outfit he's wearing and the heart cheek. Heart cheeks are my all-time favorite hand position or like type of posing. And then next we have the jewel case, Starship Square Pobs, which I have Serum and Jungmo. I don't have mini for either of these two because in the Go I hosted, I claimed these three members and didn't claim mini, so I'm gonna have to get him later. And for this row, I decided to put their jewel case cards down here opposed to the third Starship Square because the jewel case cards are version 3, which matches the page before it, and I have all 3 of theirs. So like this page mirrors the first one, so this is version 1, and then version 2, and version 3 again. And then for this page I have the Starship Square large set Pobs, so Serum and Jungmo, and then again this Taeyong is gonna go elsewhere. Then for units I have 2 of them, so I pulled truly my favorite 2 units of the whole era, which were my top 2 biases together, and then Serum and Hyunjin. I think this unit is so freaking amazing, and I have not collected the Serum and Hyunjin unit for the last 2 eras because I just never liked it. But oh my god, they did this for me. They knew that they needed to come through this era, and okay, so Serum and Taeyong and Serum and Hyunjin. All of these are version 1, all of these are version 2, these are version 3, and then this is Taeyong and Mini, and then all of these are Serums. And yeah, that is everything I had for this binder for now, because I haven't really bought any merch stuff they've released lately, or I don't think they've really been releasing any merch lately since it's just been comeback stuff. So yes, that is everything for this collection, but just again, that is it for Cravity. Okay, next I have some cards for my TXT mini Torque PCs binder. It's honestly insane how long I've had some of these cards. Like when I say months, probably a quarter of the year. I have the set from Act Lovesick. I bought these so long ago. I have forgotten what this was called. There's one I'm missing, but it doesn't really bother me that I'm missing it because, I mean, this will just work fine in my binder. So I think there's enough pages left in this, and then this will be completely full. So yeah, these, as always, are not going to be put in by number, just the ones that look good together. And that is the 10 I had, so wait, actually I just realized I'm not missing any. The one I was missing was the like selfie special one, so okay, I actually did have all of them. So yeah, these two are the ones that are just like the leftovers. This is the outside concept, and then these are the ones on the white wall. And I put these together since they're most zoomed in, and then yeah, we get the point. So that is this binder, and actually that was the very last page, so complete binder. And with that all put away, this is what I currently have left for the last two groups, WeI and ateez. And I'm gonna do WeI first and leave ateez for last. Oh my god, since my last video, the amount of stuff that's happened, literally 50 comebacks, I've been to 2 concerts, and I literally graduated college. Like, what the heck? But okay. So for WeI, I have this many cards, and it's all for 1 member. In September, I literally went to their First Love tour, and it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life. It's actually my favorite K-pop concert I've ever been to. The concert was just so good. It was such a small venue, so where I was standing was such a great view, and the benefits that came with the VVIP package, which was the highest one, were so good. You get to do high touch and take a group photo, but since the tour was so small, there was 6 people in every single group photo, and you got to sit directly in front of one of the members and kind of talk to them for like half a second. I literally got to sit in front of Junso, and oh my god, it was the most magical experience like of my life ever. So once that was over, I just knew now this is when I start to collect everything I can, because yeah, that's just how I am after tours. So if you've been following my channel for like any amount of time, I actually was collecting WeI since their debut. I collected Junso and Younga, and then I didn't collect Challenge at all. For Action, I did buy the albums, but I didn't really collect Junso. I kind of just kept my polls and had a couple of him. And then for First Love, I bought that comeback and then was collecting Junso pretty much in full, and I was gonna do Pobs. Since I was really back into WeI that era, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and collect all the eras I didn't collect, like Action and Challenge, and I'm gonna do Pobs. And then I was trying out for a fan sign, which did not go through, and I kind of lost motivation there, and then I never ended up buying the cards. Like, I have major hyper fixations into groups that is like very quick and fleeting. And then by that point, I had like kind of lost interest, so I never went back and bought the cards. But then after this concert truly was the kick I needed, because here we are. So this whole stack is like every album card that I didn't have, plus Pobs for every single era. I'm kind of collecting him all the way in full now, including every single Pob, because WeI Pobs are so crazily cheap, even for the most expensive member. And Junso is the 2nd most expensive member, and the fact that I got most of these Pobs for like $2. I also kind of just want to collect every single Pob because I think it's very unlike me. I'm really not a completionist at all, and some of these cards I don't love, but for some reason I'm just collecting them all anyway. That is currently what this stack is. I don't have everything, but I have a lot. I've reset up this entire binder, which I'm now just going to explain. So the first era is First Sight, and I had this all completed album card wise, and I had 2 Pobs. Then I set up for the rest of the Pobs I didn't have, except for a few that I truly just do not like in any capacity. And then also I didn't set up for like the winner cards or just like random cards that are just unrealistic. Then the next era is Challenge, where I actually had 0 cards. So I have all of these now. So this is the all page, and there's 4 cards per version, so it looks really good here. So these are the 4 all cards. And I'm not putting them in order because there technically is like a version 1, 2, 3, 4 based on the color of the back, but I'm putting them in the order that looks good from the front. Then the Nothing version, and this is my favorite photo card out of all 12. Oh my god, the tour was just so amazing, and actually seeing Junso in real life and like talking to him during the group photo was so just like pretty much the craziest K-pop thing that had like ever happened to me up until that point, and it just made my love for WeI just like grow so much, because I've loved all their music since debut, and to be able to see them live and then also get to do the actual VIP benefits, it was just such a like different concert experience than all of the other ones I had been to up until now. And yeah, that really just sparked my desire to collect all of this, because WeI is like the cheapest group I collect. Like, they're even cheaper than Cravity, and that says a lot. So here we are. WeI are also having a comeback literally tonight. Like, tonight they're having a comeback, which I could not be more excited for. Oh my god. Literally, albums pre-ordered, and I'm so ready to do all of this again. Okay, then this page is for the clear cards and Polaroids for the era. So I don't actually really know which versions these are, but I don't really care. Okay, this is the all, nothing, and okay, these were in order. I can kind of tell the versions they are based on this little bar. And then these Polaroids, no clue. Okay, this outfit matches, so I'm just gonna put it here. And then this outfit matches. And this one can just sit here. And then for this area, I don't have any pobs because I didn't start buying pobs for this area yet. Then we have Ocean, which I am completing. So this is the wave version, where I have his last 2 wave cards. And can we just talk about this drawing? He is like known for looking like Pachaco. That's like his little character. And the fact that he drew it on the back of this card is so cute. This is literally one of my favorite cards ever. I don't even know why, I just love it so much. I have the Polaroid for this version. Then next up is the roller version where I have all the cards. I mass bought all of these in like one day. And 0 regrets, literally 0. Actually, a couple of these Brianna had and just gave them to me, so that was amazing because they were the exact ones that I had not bought on buy, which I don't even know how that happened, but literally crazy. Polaroid for this version. And then the Ocean version. The last 2 cards. Also, I think this is Patrick. I'm just like, the backs of these photo cards are so funny. And here's this again. And that is this page. Actually, I think this Polaroid is technically version 1, and this Polaroid is version 3, according to the template I was using. But like, come on now, like this needs to go together, and this is also the same. So yeah. Then pobs for this era, I have a bunch of them. So I have all of these Make Star ones. This is Make Star A, B, C, and then this is E because I did not like the D version one, so I just skipped it. Then this is F, and then Make Star G, K-Town version 1 and 2, and then this is K-Pop Store version 1 and version 3. This card is a lot harder to find, and then this one was like the offline version of the online one, and I think it's also extremely hard to find. So I mean, this one's easier than this one, so I don't really think I'll ever get that one. And then the last one for Action Era is his YZY version 2. Also, this card right here I think goes for like $90, so did not know that when I made this filler. Yeah, will not be getting this. And then I put this unit here to just fill the last spot. And then this whole stack is all for First Love. So I have the last 2 Start of Love cards. Then this version was already complete. And then I have the last Love with Rai card. These are for the meta cards, which I have not bought yet, but that's like really low prio. And now all of the pobs. So for all of those eras, I pre-planned out every single pob, even the ones I don't have yet. But for this era, there's genuinely 66 pobs per member. Like, I will literally insert a template here. Like, what the heck? And for this era, I really only wanted a few certain pobs, but the only way to really buy those was to get these ginormous sets of tons of Junso cards and just keep the ones I wanted. But instead of just selling off the rest, I decided to keep everything else, even if I didn't really intend to collect it. Therefore, I've only set up the pages for the cards that I actually have on hand, as opposed to every single card on the template. So whenever I get those cards I want in the future, I will shuffle these cards and reset them up. I also put these little pictures here because there's no way I would remember what all these were. Like, typically I could just write Everline on a piece of paper, and for most groups I just know which one that is. But I have, again, 66 pobs, so I actually put the pictures for what these are. This page is Everline Online and K-Pop Store version 1 online. And I kind of set these pages based on aesthetic as opposed to going in chronological order. So these cards are all cards that kind of look like album cards, as in like they're not the new ones yet. Yeah, this is Make Star A, and then the Make Star A winner card, and then this one kind of goes together. Then for this page, this is K-Town V3. And then the card that goes here, I've already put away at some point, but These were the 2 photo cards I took to the concert hanging on my pants, and literally I showed these 2 photo cards to Junso during the photo, and he was so shocked and surprised. Oh my god, it was so cute that I showed him these photo cards that I had, and I kind of like keeping them in these card holders. I'll probably take them out eventually. This card goes right here because it's part of this set, and I think it kind of matches this card because it's like those black backgrounds. Also, this card I have dubbed Mint Chocolate Chip Junso because come on, doesn't it look like it? This is like my favorite card of him ever. Then for this page, these are all cards that are very white shirt, white and gray, stuff like that. So this one is MMT, and then Dear My Muse version 3. Really, almost every single card in here is online because all their pobs had like an online and an offline version, but the offline ones are obviously the harder ones to get and more expensive, so all the sets I was buying didn't have any offline cards in them. This is one of my favorite cards ever. I think it's so nice. Then for this page, MakeStarD, Everline 6 online, and then MakeStarG online. These cards, except for this black one, are all pretty colorful. They all are kind of from music show stages. Well, this is from a stage too, but like these ones are just more colorful. And I think these are kind of similar to them because they look like they're both just in the actual music show building, or like these two also. So that is this page. And then this page is like my favorite one out of all of them. So Dear My Muse version 3 offline, MakeStarB, and K-Pop Store 4. This is one of the very few offline cards I actually have, but I love it so much that I had to buy it separately because it didn't come in any of the sets I bought. All of these are kind of similar in color tones. Like they're kind of blue and orangey and brown. And like this is like plaid, argyle. And I really just love the contrast of like the brown in these clothes and his hair, and then the blue. Yeah, I think these cards just look so nice together. And then this page is like my least favorite cards that I just kind of stuck here. This is like Everline, Dear My Muse, Everline, and Jump Up. I actually do like this one, but it didn't have anywhere else to go. Except to be put on like the leftovers page. And then this one is K-Town 2, K-Town 4, and Everline V5 offline. This is my last card I have of him with brown hair. And then it starts him having black hair, so I'm actually gonna take that out. I'm gonna put these two here instead. And then get another orange hair card to like finish out this space. It's technically supposed to be this card, but I don't like this card at all. But I guess I'll just put this here to fill the space. But it does balance out the page because these are like zoomed in and these aren't, and then yeah. And the very last set of cards I have are these ones. So MakeStarF, which is this one. And then Jump Up 6 online, Jump Up 7 online. And I think this is like K-Pop Store 5 or something. These cards don't really have much cohesion, but they all have black hair, so they all kind of go together. And there we go. That is currently the last card I had to put away, except for the two in those card holders. This binder is now completely full. Like, I pretty much filled up every single spot except for the pod pages for this one era. Yeah, really, this was such a long time coming. Like, I've been meaning to go back and collect all of his cards since like the beginning, and this binder is now this full. I don't know if their new comeback will fit here. The album cards probably will, but definitely not pobs, and especially if I collect as many pobs as I did for this era. I am just so happy this is so full, and now I'm just gonna flip to this binder for the rest of eternity. Oh my god, back to this era. The amount of pobs I collected, which this isn't even all of them, I think this is only 50% or something. All of the bags are so fun to look at. They're so similar. It's just the same logo for almost all of them. But a couple of them are kind of different, and it's funny when they're different. Like, these ones are just drawn. I think this one is actually the most different. This one, the back is like his hands doing this. I'm so happy with this era. This is like my favorite look of him, and that's why I wanted to collect this many pobs. I just love the orange hair so much, especially this page. This page makes me so happy. But yeah, that is everything I had for WeI. Also, this is all the fillers I took out. Can we even believe? Oh my god, my inability to finish this video astounds me, but we are truly at the end. This is the last clip of the video, which is going to be putting away all of my ateez cards from the most recent comeback. So this binder here is actually a new binder since I needed to split up my second ateez binder. That one used to have Viva Part 3, Epilogue, and all of my non-album, but I needed to put all of my non-album into another binder so that the comeback could fit in the other one. So that is what we have here, and I just have a few cards for this binder all the way at the back. So starting out on this page, I have a few cards from their Wonderwall clothing collab. These cards are from round 2 and 3. So for round 2, I actually hosted a go for that one, and I claimed San, Seonghwa, and Wooyoung for me, and then no one claimed Yosong, so I just kept him. And then I joined someone else's go for round 3 for San. And in the group order I held, I also kept the green and brown jacket, and I thought it was so lucky that my top 3 are all wearing the green jacket, which is my favorite of the 2, so yeah, I love this page. And I absolutely loved this merch release. Usually I'm kind of rolling my eyes at the kind of stuff that ateez release, but I genuinely loved all the clothes and the photo cards, so I was so happy to buy this one. And then for the last page of this binder, I have 4 cards from some of their recent photo books they released. When I say with these 2 releases, I've used up all of my ateez luck for the foreseeable forever, because me and Brianna bought 3 of the summer photo book ones, and of our 3 pobs, we literally pulled San, Seonghwa, and Mingi, and San and Seonghwa were the exact 2 I wanted, and Mingi is her bias, and like, what even happened there? Like, I cannot even believe that we pulled the exact 3 we wanted out of 3 photo books. And then, so these for the Dear Diary photo books, I bought mine from, I think, Interpark, and they shipped them out extremely late. I'm not really sure what the delay was, but they shipped them out like a month and a half after release, and I was so worried about getting these 2 cards because, I don't know, trading for like harder to get photo cards after the fact stresses me out because I feel like the trading window is open. But when I say, I have never screamed louder in my entire life over pulls ever. We had 4 photo books, and in 3 of the 4, I pulled San, Seonghwa, and Wooyoung. I literally cannot believe it. I don't have Wooyoung here because I just gave it to Brianna since that was technically her pull, but I don't even know what happened there. Interpark, suddenly I'm buying from you forever because they shuffled. All 4 photo books had different pulls. Literally, this card was like my highest priority card of all eternity because clearly purple hair is my favorite look in the entire world, and I was literally so worried about getting that card, and then I just pulled it. I literally have never had this good ateez luck in my whole life because I don't tend to pull San and stuff like this, or like ever. I'm usually gonna pulling Seonghwa, but and this one, like, I didn't even have to trade for a single card here. They were all pulls, and I literally think I will never have this good ateez luck ever again in my existence. But yeah, that was all of the non-album photo cards I had, and then the most recent comeback. So speaking of the most recent comeback, I swear I have so many stories in this video. It's been so long since I filmed. The reason this is out of this sleeve is because I actually won a San fan call for this era, and as part of my call I showed him a bunch of the collages I've made over the eras, so that's why I took this out. But I cannot believe that just ever happened to me. I never ever thought I would get to talk to San on a fan call because applying for ateez fan calls is just really difficult because they sell so many albums. So, and especially applying for San, like, never ever thought. And the way I won was through my fixed claim group order I'm in. My GOM has been giving away all of the fan sign entries for like pretty much every call of the era, and it's like pretty much if you win the giveaway, you're guaranteed to get into the fan call for whatever company it is because there are so many people in this fixed claim group order. So really, it's just about winning the extra giveaway. And I after so many fan signs come by, I actually won one of the giveaways and got to talk to San, who is literally my ultimate bias of all K-pop, and that was just such a shocking, crazy experience. I just never thought that would happen, and oh my god. Also, this one is out because I showed him this, and I'll insert a clip here, but as I was showing him this one, I didn't even notice because I was kind of focused on me being in frame. He literally started mimicking this pose, and it was just, oh my god, that was like one of my favorite parts of the whole fan call. But yeah, it was just the most magical experience ever. So even though this era is kind of annoying the crap out of me and will never end, it's like, this is the era I actually got to talk to San. This is actually my first fan call ever, so yeah, this era just has emotional and sentimental value to me now. Here is the cards I have. This is maybe like 50%, but I just need to put them away now because it's been months this is still going on. And yeah, this is the binder that used to have all of the non-album in it, but that has all been removed. Since I'm actually collecting a lot more for this era than I initially planned to. Before I thought it would fit, but yeah, I don't think so anymore. Okay, actually, I have a set of cards for this page. So this is a pop set from Epilogue that I think I bought like 5 months ago, but I'm finally putting them in. I just decided to buy these spur of the moment since they were so cheap, and I really loved this set of outfits. This is very last cards for Epilogue. And now moving on to EP1 Movement. So it all goes here. I'm collecting 3 members again because it's just kind of what I've been doing. Now it's like 3 members for album cards and then OT8 for pop sets. And this isn't all complete, but I have a decent amount of these cards. For the ID page, I'm just going to do them all on the same page since I'm doing 3 members. So for this page, I have all 3 of Wooyoung's and then 1 of San and 1 of Seonghwa's. The San and Seonghwa ones were just pulls, and then for Wooyoung, I bought his whole set on Bai. I've bought Seonghwa's whole set on Bai, it just is in my next package, and then all of San's cards are from my fixed claim. But for now, I have these 5. I find IDs kind of annoying, but the thing I actually like about these is they're made out of paper, they're not plastic, so they don't really shift around that much, and they're not very heavy, so at least that's a good thing. And then for San's page, I just have this one photo card from the A version. I don't really know if it's version 1 or 2, but I'll have them all soon, and so it doesn't really matter where this one's going, but I just decided to put it away anyway, since it just was a pull that I had on hand. And then for Wooyoung, I have his whole set because, again, I just bought it all on Mercari Japan for super cheap. And then same thing for Seonghwa, I have this on the way. Then this is a page for some cards I just want 2 members of. So for this page, I have San and Wooyoung's Tower Records cards. And then Seonghwa's With Mew Hollow. All of these are coming from my fixed claim. And these 2 cards look just like these, so I thought they would look good on this page together. And now these pages are all for the OT8 sets I want to collect. I think there's about 10 right now. Okay, so for this first set, I just want to make it very clear that I know this is the set that came with the NFTs, but I did not buy these directly from Beat Road, nor did I join a go for these. I just bought these from some random person off Bai who, frankly, like, already spent the money and, like, they were just trying to sell them, and I actually did really want this photo card set, so I decided to buy it, but in no way do I support the selling or buying of NFTs in any capacity. I just really wanted this photo card set. If I didn't like these that much, I would not have bought them because I am fully aware of the company they came from. But if you look at this template, these are all of the photo cards that are in this concept. And out of all of these 6 sets, I really did not like any of the others. Like, I don't like these because, I don't know, they're just too close up and they're not really consistent, just like this one. And then this set kind of weirds me out. Like, I don't really like the whole close-up finger heart thing. And then this set is okay, which I don't really know. And this set is lucky draws, so they would be harder to get, and also I don't like lucky draw material. So this is the set that was my favorite out of all 6 of these. I just really wanted this set, so that's why I just bought it. It was really cheap on there, but I would never buy these directly from Beat Road, nor would I join a go to make it seem like I was supporting someone who is supporting Beat Road. I really just bought these from a reseller on Buy. Also, can we just take a minute to like look at these pobs? I've like sorted them all by all the matching concepts that are all exactly the same. Yeah, like these, I don't like any of these. So I'm just gonna explain which OT 8 sets I'm collecting. So these right here, I like none of these. Also, these are album cards. These, I hate all of these. They're literally just like green screen cards. This chunk, I like this one. And I did want to get at least one set of these since these weren't album cards. Then this set over here, these are literally all album cards, but I decided to collect this set because they're my favorite. Also the cheapest. And the most cohesive. This set, I'm collecting Everline because they're my favorite, and I don't really like the rest. And this set, I'm not collecting any of these. Those are extremely hard to get. And these, I'm just collecting these 2, which I already put away, but these are literally just album cards, so it doesn't really matter. This chunk is all of the cards that are not album concepts at all. Yeah, they're kind of sectioned off by era. So this is when San had blonde hair. This chunk is when San has black hair. And then this is when they dyed all their hairs again. But yeah, I just felt like saying all of that about this set. Also, I don't even understand where the NFT comes into play with these. Like, I don't know if the person who bought these in Japan has access to those. Like, I have really no clue. I literally just wanted the piece of paper, so I do really like them though because all the selfies are pretty cohesive and like equally zoomed, and I really like this San card a lot. Then next up, I have the Japan Fan Cafe set, which was my favorite set of the cards that are in this set of outfits. And even though these are album cards, since I'm not collecting OT 8 album cards, I thought it would be nice to get this set of outfits from this photo card set. Okay, the lighting here was so bad, so I turned on a lamp. So yeah, that's the set. I just really like them because they're the most consistent set, and also they were the cheapest. Although I wildly overpaid for these on Buy. I literally should have waited like a month to buy these. But oh well, what can you do? Then this next set is Everline. And when I say this was probably the hardest set ever to buy. I don't know if Everline just had like no sales, but this was one of the most expensive sets I bought out of all of these, and that's kind of weird because this was one of the pre-order cards opposed to like one of the after the fact calls, which you would assume would have had more sales because it was the pre-order set, but I don't know. These were really hard to get. But I wanted them the most out of like every single set of photo cards that was before the cards started not looking like album concepts, because double heart cheeks are my favorite type of pose, and I'm trying to collect the double heart cheek set from every era. And also this set is just the most consistent and cohesive, so I really loved it regardless of the heart cheeks. Also because of all the other sets in these outfits, I didn't really like any of those except for this one. So I made it my like #1 priority to get this set, even though it was so much more expensive than everything else for some reason. And then Apple Music 2 I still need to buy, but these are getting extremely cheap right now. Soundwave 2 I've bought and it's currently at the warehouse. Then Wonderwall V2, which I think this is my favorite set of the whole era. The iconic pose super close-up selfies, these crack me up so bad, and these 2 are my absolute favorite. I mean, come on now, this is Yuno's pose, so of course his would have had to been amazing, and Sunglass is just so funny. I am absolutely obsessed with these cards, and I think they're my favorite of the era, even though they're the most like head ass. I just love them. Super happy to have cards that look like this. Also, I was kind of surprised that these weren't the winner cards. They were just the regular pop, and then the Wonderwall winner set was something else, because this seems like something that would more likely be a winner card versus a regular pop. And here's these. These are just so funny. These two are the best. And these two did not really understand the assignment. Like, Wooyoung's is like the least derpy. Makestar 4, I still need to buy. These are the ones with the star emojis on top. I really love this set. I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit cheaper. Makestar is the last set I have to put away for today, and it's these holo cards. These came out a lot earlier before some of those, but I decided to put them back here since they came out later in time, since their hairs are different. And I really love this set because I think they're just so adorable. I love the little aprons they're wearing, and the set just looks good together. I especially love this San card. I find it funny that this one is a non-selfie, even though it kind of doesn't look like it. Yeah, and that was the last set I had to put away for this video, and then other things I pre-planned out for. So Makestar version 5 online, I think I'm getting this whole set because this is the fan call I won, so I'll be getting the full set that came with this. And then version 5 offline, I plan to get at some point, but those haven't come out yet, so I haven't got around to that yet. But yeah, that is currently everything I had for this era. So these are the IDs, and I do have all these secured, they're just getting to me. Then this will be San's page, Wooyoung, Sungwon's page, this page of Pobs that I just have 2 members of. It'll be complete soon. And then all the OT8 sets I'm currently doing. So this was Japan, Fan Cafe, Everline. This will be Apple Music 2 and Soundwave 2. Wonderwall 2, Makestar 4, Makestar 2, and then Makestar 5. But yeah, that is everything for this video. I've been trying to film this for literally 2 months straight, but I am finally done putting everything away. I hope you all enjoyed this extremely long storing photocards video. I normally don't ask people to comment because it makes me uncomfortable, but I haven't made a video in like a bajillion years, so I feel like I need some interaction. So at any point in this video, if you felt like leaving a comment about something in your head, please leave it down below because I would love to read and chat with you all in the comments about literally anything. You can talk about any comeback you recently loved, any collections you're working on, or if you are collecting this era, and if you gave up yet or not, because frankly, I am on my last leg. This is just too much. I am so exhausted of this era, but I did win that fan call, so I should probably stop complaining about all the fan call announcements because it did happen to me. So, but yeah, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, leave any emoji in your comments so I'll know you made it all the way to the end of this video. But with all that said, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully not in 2 months again.